Hi, my name is Elena, and I'm with Kid Scoop Media. Congratulations to both of you. Though I did want to ask Claire, how did it feel to score 2 goals and win at home in a fully sold-out stadium?
Yeah, it was nice. Honestly, the best thing was just winning the game. I think it doesn't really matter if you score or if you don't win. So, yeah, thank God the girls defended well and we managed to get 3 points.
And you got 2 goals. So
Yeah.
thank God for you.
You guys finished with 37% possession on the night. Not so shocking given the opponent, but knowing the way that they like to play and the way that they were going to be structured tonight, how did you guys anticipate trying to stretch them and pull them out of their shape, which ended up working for a couple of goals?
Yeah, obviously we knew they are really good with possession and they absolutely popped us. Like, it was actually not nice to play in. But I think we knew we could catch them on the counter, and like our 2 goals came from us countering really. And sometimes you just need to match up like that. Like, they are so good and you have to respect what they do. So yeah, it's obviously not nice defending most of the game, but as I said, we got the 3 points, so it's all that matters.
Claire, can you walk us through that second goal? It just seemed like the quality was so high and your composure right with that the chip at the end. Can you walk us through the goal?
I just remember Alyssa getting the ball and I knew there was space in behind, and it was like she looked up, we caught eyes, it was a perfect ball from her, and I knew the keeper was tall, and I thought, I know she's off her line, so I thought, just take a touch and try and dink it. And yeah, I practice it in training and kind of mess around doing it in training all the time, so yeah, I was just happy to see it go in the net.
Sarah, 100 regular season appearances. Can you talk a little bit about what that means to you? And then just overall kind of a reunion with Danny Weatherholt, just seeing her, did you get to talk to her at all, etc.?
100 appearances means a lot. Definitely makes me reflect on where I started and, in Chicago and now being here in LA, and it's just great to get the win on a night like this. I didn't get to talk to Danny yet. I don't know if you did, but
No,
I'm definitely planning on talking to her.
Yeah, I'm going to see her. I miss her. But yeah, she was running, so we've not spoke to her yet.
So I came in late, so I'm sorry if this was asked, but Coach all week, I guess, focused on 90-minute performance, full game performance. You guys put in 100 minutes tonight, so just wondering about the effort on the field to completion and what you thought about playing all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, we've been wanting to put in a full performance, and obviously we felt like we didn't have as much of the ball as we wanted to. And, especially when you're down a goal in the second half, it's typically how it is, especially against a team like North Carolina. So it was really just about keeping the energy high and keeping everyone in the game until the end. And I really think we did that, and really proud of the group.
Yeah, it's so much credit to the full squad. Like, the subs that came on, it's a hard game to come on in. And, that's our biggest strength, I think, is just how together we are as a team. So for everyone to come in and do their role means so much for the group, and yeah, it paid off tonight.
Hello, this question is for Sarah. Can you talk a bit about your partnership with Jasmine Spencer tonight and why it was effective?
Yeah, I mean, Jazz is a veteran, and it's great to play with her because she's so composed. She knows what she's doing. She's great on the ball. She's smart defensively, and we kind of just get each other. I feel like she knows where I'm going when I'm dribbling. She knows the spot to be in, and so she held it down until the end of the game. And it's really special to be able to play next to someone with 175 caps. She's our OG. And then I just wanted to say, it has nothing to do with your question, but obviously a lot has happened for our team this week. It's been a pretty emotional week for everyone, and I just want to give a shout out to the fans and to the people that are here to ride for the players that we have here, that are really down for us. We really appreciate your support for those who truly believe in us, and we're here for the ride. We put everything into this every single day, every single week, and so for those who believe in us, we are going to keep giving you everything we have, and we appreciate your support.
One last question. Yeah. What was the mindset when the score became 2-1 when Tyler scored? What was the discussion on the field, and can you discuss the defense for the last 27 minutes after that?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't much discussion after we let in a goal. We were disappointed that we let in a set piece goal. We thought that we could have, with our structure, we could have prevented that, and we didn't. And so it was still strictly all of a business mindset. It was about doing the dirty work and getting it done. 27 minutes is a lot of time, but honestly, soccer is a game of energy, and we could feel that we were going to close out the game, so that's what we did.
Hi, my name is Elena, and I am with Kid Scoop Media. How does it feel winning in a sold-out crowd at your home stadium?
Yeah, I think we've been waiting to be home. Being on the road for 3 games is tough, and obviously getting back in front of our fans and being able to get 3 points is huge. I think you can see the joy on everybody's face. I think there's nothing better than feeling that support that we feel, truly feel. So grateful for obviously all the support from the fans that came out today, and it's just glad we could give them a performance and 3 points.
I think you guys finished with about 38% possession tonight. Not super shocking, knowing who you play. They like to have the ball. They like to play in a really structured, possession-oriented way. In your preparations for this week and as the game started to unfold, where were you hoping to find, or where did you guys find spaces and areas on the field where you thought maybe you could stretch them, get them out of their shape, open up some areas, which obviously ended up working for a couple of goals? And then how did you hope the players were responding to finding those spaces?
Yeah, I think anytime you play North Carolina, they have a true identity. You know what they're going to try to do. They want to have the ball. They want to play in this fluid shape where there's always rotation. And with that, I think comes the defending transition piece for them. And we knew that we could hurt them in spaces where their fullbacks were potentially like out of position in the sense that they invert or they get really high. So just attacking that space in behind the fullbacks. And then we saw as the game opened up, they started to press us much higher and really starved our midfielders of any space. We couldn't play through the midfield, which actually opened up seam 2 and the space in front of the back line. And I think, the ball going in higher and then picking up underneath and being able to attack them in the attacking third was something that really worked for us. I think on reflection, and again, I need to see it back, we should have played that a little bit more often. I think it took us a long time to figure out that space. And I think if we can figure those things out earlier, we're going to be a lot more dangerous.
Coach, could you talk us through the defensive resilience considering the possession? Didi also had some incredible saves there towards the end. Any comments?
Yeah, I think anytime you play North Carolina, you know they want to possess. I think they're the highest possessing team in the league often. And, you have to always think about what you're going to give to a team and what you're going to take away from a team. And we were happy to let them have the ball in our half. I think, again, they're very structured and we know what they want to do. And I don't think you can take that away from them. I think it's what you want to give them up. And we were fine with our centre-backs having the ball. We were fine with condensing the space. We knew that we needed to be really compact and not get played through. And that's what we gave them. And again, it's like, you want to talk about data, and actually the only point of data that really matters at the end of the game is the result. And I think we knew in this game that we would concede some possession, and I think that's something that we haven't had to do so far this season. We've been in control of games in terms of possessing, but every opponent is different, and we prepare for every opponent. I think we already start looking forward now to Kansas, and it's going to be a completely different game. So just being able to prepare and adapt is really important. I think asking players to solve problems in the week and see those spaces is something we have to continue to do and give players autonomy in some decision making and fixing some of the problems. But again, we knew what North Carolina were going to do. I think they, again, have spent a couple of years building this identity, and they don't change their identity, and they're really good at what they do. It's what you want to give them and what you want to take away from them. I think that's how you hurt them.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Madison Curry's had to step in due to injury. Can you just talk a bit about her performance and her growth over the past, 3 matches now, and the performance today as well?
Yeah, I think, again, any time that you bring players in and you draft players, you've got to prepare them. And she was thrown into a situation probably a lot earlier than she expected, and she just stepped up straight away. I think you can see she's a real competitor. I think for this to be her first home game, I think, we tried not to, I didn't actually bring it up to her because I think you just got to let her be in her moment. And she just plays with such calmness, competitiveness. I think there's not many people that need to get stitches at halftime and you don't even know that happens to them and they continue to play. She's actually getting them out right now. So I think that's just a testament to who she is as a player, as a person. She's willing to do the hard work Monday to Friday. And when her opportunity came around, she really took it. And I think, again, for what we're building towards is these players that can step in at any moment, and these players that will step up and bring competition every single day. It's really important that, as you build out a squad and you build out an identity, there's opportunity, and you have to be ready for opportunity, and you have to create competition within the squad, because ultimately that's what makes you better, and that's what makes you resilient to these moments. And I think Maddie's just a brilliant example of, you've got to find sometimes the hidden gems, and she still has to develop, and she's still got work to do, and she's the most humble person in the world, and I'm really excited to continue to watch her develop.
2 more questions, one from Cameron.
Hi, Coach.
Hey.
Before the season, you challenged this forward group, mentioning a hat trick, kind of just, get those numbers up, essentially. Claire Emslie scores a brace today. You take her off before she can get a hat trick.
Don't bring it up.
Can you walk us through that and then just her response to, that message?
Yeah, I think obviously 2 great finishes from Claire. I think you look at her first 4 games and first 5 games and she's just produced. But I think, we ask a lot of our wingers, and we ask a lot of physical work from our wingers. And I looked at her and I'm like, yeah, she's given everything in this moment. And yeah, I think there is going to be opportunity for a hat trick, but for her to score 2 goals and 2 quality goals that she scores tonight, and for her to get an assist, or whatever we want to call it, from last week, an assist the week before, she's just coming into her own in terms of consistency. And we need consistency from our front line, and we need to be able to share the load with our front line. And I think she's just stepped up, and again, she just competes every single day in practice. And again, she doesn't score those free kicks by not spending ball after ball after ball, hitting mannequins, getting frustrated. And, it's a product of hard work from her. I think we still have to bear in mind that we've still come off, and she travels to Europe, and that part is managing her and managing her body as well. And I think we play again on Friday. We have a quick turnaround. There's so many factors that go into these decisions, but I can't speak highly enough of her performance, not just today, but so far this season.
Absolutely. And then kind of Sarah a moment ago, unprompted, she brought up that it was an emotional week for the group, obviously, following the trades.
Mm-hmm.
Could you discuss those, and then also kind of the opportunity that it may bring for some other players moving forward?
Yeah, I think any time that these things happen in professional sports, they come with emotion. Like, everybody is a human, and emotion happens. I think it's part of being an athlete, it's part of working in pro sports, it's part of what happens in moments that, sometimes you have to deal with these things, but these moments bring groups closer together. These moments ask questions of other people and bring opportunity for other people. And these moments are ultimately what make you stronger. And I think you have to go through, you're never not going to go through these moments in your career as a professional athlete. This group is incredible. They really, really are incredible. They support each other. They challenge each other. They question each other. They question us and challenge us, which is really important that we create that environment. And, they just stick through anything together, and I think that's really important.
Last question.
You asked your team this week to focus on 90-minute performance, not the 45. You got 100 minutes. What did you see of your group? Was it what you wanted from them? How do you build on that?
Yeah, we talked about it. I'm annoyed that we conceded a goal. I think we are all annoyed that we conceded a goal, because, that's always our focus point is clean sheet, clean sheet, clean sheet. I think ultimately we still didn't complete a 90-minute, what I would call performance, but we did have a 90-minute of grit and resilience, and that togetherness that pulls you through in results. And I think that is something that we really pride ourselves on every single day, and we talk about it every single day. And we talked a lot this week, we can't just say things, we have to act on them. And, again, you need everybody. And we spoke about it in the locker room before. We need every single player, whether you're on the roster, whether you're you come on the field, whether you're in the stands, every single person is important to the process, and every single person is important to what we do. And we can't do it without everybody. It's impossible. So just creating that environment and that belief, I think, gets you through results. We knew North Carolina were going to be a good side. They're a good side. They've picked up a lot of points this year already. And we were up to the challenge, and I think that's ultimately the result speaks for itself right now, and we've got to enjoy it for today, and we've got to move forward tomorrow and look forward to Kansas.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Hey, we have a computer question.
A computer question.
John has had his hand raised for a while.
That's
John.
exactly what it is, a computer question, yes.
Go ahead, John.
I was just going to say, Becki, that I thought that, as you said, North Carolina likes to possess the ball. I thought you had some really good transitional moments, and I thought you utilized the space that they were giving you well. Did you, especially in the first half, did you see that the same way? Did you feel like that you were, especially in the first half, able to take advantage of what they were giving you?
Yeah, I think, again, they have a very distinct style of play, and you can spend hours studying it as coaching staff, and we've talked about where we could hurt them. And I think we had moments. I still think we could have exposed them a little bit more. I think at halftime, being able to pull up some clips and be able to get on the tactics board, we could really look at those spaces and show I think being able to show the players those spaces, because in the moment when you got sweat dripping on your face, there's 22,000 people. It's hard to hear and it's hard to process information. And I think being able to show them those spaces helped us. And I think, yeah, ultimately we were able to hurt them and punish them. I think 2 brilliant finishes. I think we created a couple more chances that, we'll obviously be looking at and looking to put away. But yeah, ultimately I think we have the ability to threaten teams in behind, in front. Like, I think we have to become a team that doesn't have one way to do it. We have to have a way that when you get solved, you find another way, and you get solved and you find another way. And I think, that takes some trial and error. It really does. You're not going to be perfect straight away, and we still have moments to fix. But it's really, really important for us that, to put together complete performances, we have more than, 1 plan, 2 plans, 3 plans. We have plans that we can keep pulling out on teams.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.